In the simulation game Accident, you're a journalist who researches old road accident cases. You do this from the comfort of your office, loading the details of a case onto your laptop and observing the situation from the safety of a VR headset. So it's a simulation of a simulation. You're also not just investigating car accidents, but participating in the aftermath. During the simulation of the simulation, you're happily driving your own car along before you come across the accident and have to try to save the lives of the people involved. And brace yourself, the demo throws you right into the deep end. 2 cars and a truck have collided, and one of the victims is a child. The demo successfully makes the scene of the simulated accident feel overwhelming and panic-inducing. There's a lot to do, from phoning the paramedics to putting warning triangles on the road to turning off the ignitions of all the vehicles. And while you're running around trying to do all these tasks, one of the cars is actually on fire. Meanwhile, one man is bleeding in his car, another is lying in the road, a woman is slumped over her steering wheel, and a kid is in the back seat, unconscious. It's hard to run past all these injured or dead people to place triangles on the road, or to reach into their windows to turn off the ignition without wanting to help them immediately. Accident is a game where it feels like everything needs to be done all at once, but you have to prioritise. After the fire is out, it's time to examine the victims and see if they can be helped. Only one of the 4 victims is still breathing, which is horrifying. You need to help the kid first, which means pulling them out of the car, putting a CPR mask on them, and trying to breathe air into their lungs with a series of mouse movements. If you don't get this done, the kid dies, and you'll have to try again. It definitely lowers your high score too. After successfully resuscitating the child, you need to put them into the recovery position, which means clicking on the correct spots of his body. If you take too long, he'll die again. It's like the worst version of Groundhog Day. The kid's mum, well, she's just straight up dead. The dude smeared on the road is still breathing somehow, and the guy in the other car needs CPR, timed like a game of Dance Dance Revolution. Once the real medics arrive on the scene, thank God, it's time for the actual investigation of the crash. Some of it is obvious. The car clearly swerved into the path as a truck, but a little more looking around and you'll see a boar crossing sign, and boar footprints by the road. Click on all the clues and put them in order. Guy swerves to avoid boar, car collides with truck driver is ejected onto the road, the other car rear-ends the truck. It's a tale as old as time. And then there's the weirdest part of an already weird game, the success screen. Success! The truck driver has a spinal injury and will have to take painkillers for the rest of his life. Success! The driver who swerved to avoid the boar had several nerves severed by glass and lost the full use of his left hand. Success! And the kid, now motherless, wound up in a coma, was severely traumatised, and it took over 2 years of therapy before he could return to school. Success. I mean, yes, you were technically successful. You saved the kid and figured out a wild boar was the culprit, but it's not exactly a Hall of Fame moment, you know? Thanks for watching PC Gamer.